Yeah, and I did hear about those like what was it, the young Republican? I mean, that's a funnier thing to talk about. Okay, so yeah, I heard about this story. I didn't look into it that much, but apparently there was a this group called the Young Republicans, and they had a chat that was leaked, or somebody leaked it, obviously, on Telegram, which is like this private messaging thing that's supposed to be like really private, and it got leaked, so it's not really private. So I'm against leaking chats like that. Like, I think like it's pretty scumbag behavior to like secretly leak private. I mean, yeah, private messages, like it says right here. These are just to each other. It's like if you would leak somebody's text to you from a phone number, not even from like Twitter or something. So like I've been on this site before called Kiwi Farms, and it's like, I guess, what 4chan is or was, and it's like a free speech site where anybody can say anything, and they do say a lot of stuff. And yeah, they say a lot of words that you know. When I started going on there a year or two ago, I just kind of happened to hear about it. I don't even remember. I think it was because of that Comicsgate stuff, which I did videos on before, and it's a really kind of addicting site to go on because, um, you know, yeah, you're not allowed to speak freely in anywhere else, basically. And it's not I wouldn't say it's a racist site, except that some people on there, or maybe, yeah, people do racist jokes and edgy stuff like that on there a lot. So when I started going on there, I was kind of a little shocked, I guess, because of all the N words, but I also don't like think words are evil like some people do. I mean, I really think people act like certain words are gonna, like, I don't know, you're gonna be struck down by something if you if you say it, or you're gonna be arrested. I mean, I almost wish it was illegal to say, because then it would make more sense. But it's just a social thing that everybody just acts like you've murdered someone if you say that N word. Although I have seen people say it in public, white people even, and people just kind of got over it. Like, and I guess I'm talking about comedy shows I've been to, or open mics and stuff. And this was like, I don't know what year this was, but it was before Trump got in, because it got really uptight around when Trump ran, and then when he got in, all that kind of edgy stuff was gone. Even somebody like Shane Gillis would never say that word on stage. It's not like I think people should say it, but I mean, free speech isn't illegal. So like a site like that, or a private chat where they make edgy references or jokes, I mean, hey, maybe some of them are legitimate and they really do think bad things. I don't know. Is that illegal to think for someone? Is it illegal for someone to be racist? I mean, yeah, you. That's not good. I wouldn't like, you know. I'm not sure you would even know if someone's racist, to be honest. Like, people act like people act like racists just go around screaming the N word, or they just go around saying I hate blacks, or I hate whatever group. Like, I doubt somebody that's a real racist is probably very, because remember the whole KKK thing? They would wear robes. They didn't want to be identified. Like, why do you think racists are so obvious about? That's why do not buy into this whole like saying these people are actually racist by their private messages. Okay, so it says here the young Republican groups called black people monkeys and the watermelon people, and mused about putting their political opponents in gas chambers. It talked about, involuntary sex, their enemies, and lauded Republicans who they believe support slavery. I mean, this is all clearly middle school edgy humor. I'm not gonna act like this is like awesome, like really funny or anything. Like it's just like edgy. You're trying to be offensive humor, and like people like the left especially now. But I think on both sides, probably just everybody. They somehow forgot what that was. Do you guys remember like? I mean, it was not that long ago when Sarah Silverman was like offensive on purpose. Do you remember when she first was like big? That was like a genre. It was like this like, oh, I'm being sarcastically offensive. And that was like a big thing in like 2010 era. I don't really know when it was, but it really wasn't that long ago when like there was edgy humor. Louis C.K. said the N-word in specials in like almost 2010. And maybe 2010 was when it started to go away. I don't know. But like people, the left acts like that can't happen. Like the left now basically is like, look, there's no such thing as edgy humor. There's no such thing as being offensive on purpose to get a rise out of somebody. There's no such thing as trolling. It's all serious all the time. They act like they're on the spectrum. Why? Why is the left incapable, or I guess they just don't want to say, like, what is it? Do you guys just think it's like they're legitimately thinking all these things, or that it's offensive, like you're offended by the humor? Or do you think, no, I don't know. Okay, the Kansas Young Republicans vice chair, oops, I'm not showing it, used the words the N-A and N-G-U-H, variations of a racial slur, more than a dozen times in chat. What the fuck? Bobby Walker, the vice chair. See, all right, so as much as I think this is ridiculous, like to leak a private chat and then be offended by it, because like of course people are going to say things that they would not ever normally say in real life, like, or even on a Twitter message. Like this is Telegram. This isn't like, so what I know, I don't know that much about Telegram, but I know it's like supposed to be really private. So it sort of is like that site I was talking about, Kiwi Farms, where there's no rules on there about speech. So people are frequently, like all the time, offensive. You can't go on that site and expect that to not happen, because and people would go, oh, it's a racist site. Well, the thing is, you can't really tell if someone's trolling with it or not. I mean, yeah, there is a lot of just opinions, and that in that case it's easier to go, well, that's a racist thing to say. So as much as I'm like defending this because it's like a private chat and people being edgy, they also are in Republican like official. I mean, this is probably all volunteer stuff. It's they're in political organizations as like vice president and stuff. So this is kind of stupid this is pretty stupid. This is pretty stupid to do this when you're like, if you're just like, I don't know, a volunteer and you have no title or something, I guess, but You know what? I want to know. I want to know, like, what does the left? Does the left think there's any place, like, is it ever okay to be able to say anything? Like, is there ever any, like, so they just like, so my opinion on this is it's stupid of them. But I also think, like, there needs to be a space where people can say anything. Like, you can't, like, possibly, I mean, you can't, like, tell somebody that they can never say something and expect them to never say it. Like, they're going to say it, I don't know, in private when not in text form. Like, it's just weird to be surprised that people are going to say edgy things ever. Like, I just wonder if the left thinks, like, that's crazy or something. The fact that you're purposely saying offensive things is, like, alien to them. I mean, it's like common sense that people are just going to, I mean, people act like, I mean, I've talked about this before where I feel like we think we're progressive now and we're uh like intellectual compared to, like, the Middle Ages or something. But no, we're all the same deep down. Like, this is just a human thing. We're still human. We haven't evolved into a higher life form. We haven't evolved. All the virtue signaling doesn't matter. We're still humans. Like, I'm not saying everybody, like, I'm not saying it's, like, normal to talk like this all the time. But if you establish, like, a private group where you're like, we're just gonna be crazy and say crazy shit, that establishes that, and then everybody follows suit. I mean, that's a human. That's just how everybody is all the time. I mean, if you have, like, I mean, if they saw, I don't know, any group you're in, if the leader or if people just start acting one way, then that, I don't know. Like, it's just like, an environment was created. It's not like, I don't know. These are just words, It's not. I don't really get it. Like, as stupid as it's stupid, yeah. But I mean, I don't actually. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think words are that big of a deal. Um, if they start saying, like, we need to pass laws to, like, stop certain groups from doing things, then that's a whole nother issue. But, like, what would be weird? Like, what would be funny if, like, this whole thing was, like, started by a fake young Republican, like a spy from the Democrat side that went in there and started talking like this, and then everybody started doing it back, and that's why that could happen, maybe. So here's more chats that they had in the private chat group. Everyone that votes no is going to the guest chamber, and everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going to the guest chamber. So it's clearly a joke because he said we're also going to the guest chamber. It's just an edgy joke again. If they vote for us, why would they be a guest? We gotta pretend that we like them. Hey, come on, take a nice shower, relax, and then they're dead. It's just like stupid, edgy humor. Can you believe? I mean, I just don't understand why we got like this, like, over speech. Like, a private chat, it's not even public. It's not even on Twitter. It's not Twitter comments. It's not anything official. Like, it's like people texting in a text group, which wouldn't. I guess you can't even do that anymore. So that would probably somehow be leaked. I just look. I mean, I think there should be places where there's free speech. There's not a lot of free speech. I mean, there is technically, but I just don't understand thinking this is so bad. I don't know. You can be offended by it or whatever, but like acting like it's like they are Hitler for this, like so this guy, one of the guys said like, I'm sorry, but I have no way of verifying their accuracy, and I'm concerned may have been doctored. That's pretty interesting. I mean, they would probably, I don't know. It's easy to, I don't know. It's easy to fake stuff, but it's also easy to say stuff is fake too. This is just edgy humor. I mean, but yeah, they're a political party. It's just stupid of them to do that. Really, I mean, there's tons of leaks all the time now. So words kill, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Words kill. I mean, I would definitely take offensive words over planning a murder and then doing it in front of everyone, and then everyone seeing the video of it. And I know it's like that's one crazy guy, but there's been other, and their language is a lot more violent too. I mean, in general, and they would be like, saying free speech about that. What's worse, saying you're gonna? That's what I want to know. Okay, anybody who's offended by that and thinks like it shouldn't be, you shouldn't even be allowed to say like those words ever. Like how is it okay to say you want someone dead, or you're laughing about someone being dead, or you want someone, or you're saying you're going to kill someone? What's worse, saying that or saying the N-word? Saying the N-word or saying like I'm like you're next, meaning you're going to kill some other conservative guy. I mean, I'd rather take the N-word. Like, sorry, like say offensive words. I mean, what happened to the whole like words can never hurt me thing, which I grew up hearing? I'm not like 80. I mean, it's not that long ago that people were saying sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Although I don't know if sticks should be breaking your bones. I mean, I don't understand this whole mentality. Like, I get calling out like cruelty and stuff like that, and I'm actually not for bullying. I know like people troll and say like we need bullying back. I don't think bullying is the right word either. I think like, yeah, I agree with having morals and ethics and stuff like that, but like bullying, as in being cruel for no reason, like why would that help anyone? I don't understand that mentality to say like, oh yeah, you get stronger. No, you hold in like, I mean, you're probably gonna hold on all this anger from that forever. I mean, how are you gonna resolve it? Go back and talk to the person that bullied you when you were a kid or whatever. I just don't get why we went from, now it's like the opposite. It's like, I don't care if well, actually, no, it is kind of the opposite. Violence is fine, but words are the problem. Sticks and stones will never hurt me, but words will murder everyone. I mean, I don't even know if like I hope you're okay because I read some of those messages, not with the words or full words or anything, but I don't know if the video is going to break now or like what, because it's violent to say words. I mean, that's literally what they say pretty much. Words are violence for years now. And it's just weird that you don't teach people. I'm not saying, well, like I just said, I don't support bullying and being cruel for no reason, but you also, when you do have a bully, the message used to be like, be better than the person. Don't let it get to you. You shouldn't Words shouldn't break down your entire psyche and make you like be suicidal or something. That's how people act like people treat words like offensive words that they even a racist term, it shouldn't like make you like just completely fold and like someone murdered your family. I mean, it's like I just don't get it. And they also went the other direction where they're like, we're gonna bully conservatives. We're gonna call them bigots. Do you not think that's bullying? Like, I know it's like you think you're caring, but like, do you think somebody wants to be called racist all the time? Like, some people act like they don't care. Trump actually doesn't care. He's like the one person it doesn't affect. You have to be a nutcase. I mean, Trump probably is full of himself and somehow doesn't care about that. Like, it just doesn't affect him. You can call him any name you can think of. And that's why the whole like raging against Trump didn't make sense to me. Like, clearly it's not working. Clearly the media is not. I mean, maybe he's getting mad. Like, he called him fake news. Like, he's just like he hates him, but it's not making him break down and like crumble as a person. Yeah, but like calling someone racist all the time, calling somebody, and with the whole Me Too thing, everybody's like, "Oh, this is good, I guess, because women are speaking out." And but we did have the whole like, you know, the feminist stuff started in the '60s, didn't it? I mean, I get that happened, or I don't know. It makes sense that people like women were sharing their stories of being like harassed or whatever. That makes sense, but then going into Aziz Ansari and being like he basically raped me because like I didn't feel like doing. um,
I just like didn't feel like blowing him as much as I did the other day. Like I still wanted to blow him, but like not as much as like you know. He was like he kind of like got us ready to have sex, and I was like maybe not as into it as I thought I was gonna be. Um, like I felt kind of used, sort of maybe like after when somebody told me to write this article, and so I feel like he should be murdered.
and yeah, he's been out of. I mean, I just recently saw like him on some podcast or doing something. I think he started doing comedy again, like Louis C.K., but like it's not promoted. Like Louis C.K. shouldn't be in the same boat as Aziz. I'm not saying Louis C.K.'s was more weird and like um his was more offensive because it was like they said they weren't into it, or I don't know. They didn't think he was really gonna do it. They thought he was joking. I understand that more than Aziz Ansari or somebody who um they started to just believe or not believe. They just started to immediately punish men on just an accusation, which is not. And that's again basically um it's like narcissistic evil behavior if they're purposely doing that. And I'm like, that's another thing that bothered me with the whole Me Too thing. I remember seeing some people on Facebook or something when that was going on, kind of like, God, I remember one guy. He was like, somebody on there was like kind of like criticizing the Me Too stuff, and it was like, do you think women never give false allegations or something? And this guy was like, no, why would they, or something like that. I'm like, are you, like, how naive? I mean, I know it was like, the in thing to be like, yeah, women, Me Too, women. And maybe he was thinking of his women friends, so he was just like only thinking of them. I don't, but what kind of crazy, that is a crazy thing to think. I mean, even to, I don't know. Um, because like men are more physical, so they do more of the domestic violence. And women are more, I guess they would, if you're not going to be physical, you would just like be verbal and, say stuff, like make narratives or whatever, like manipulate basically. If you're not going to be physical and you're going to be a bad person, you're going to do it like verbally. You're going to lie or whatever. Um, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, everything was hypocritical, like the past decade. I mean, look, if you had a young Democrats group, I'm positive that there would be a lot of messages calling for violence, like literally. um, I'm sure they wouldn't be saying N words and stuff like that. I'm sure it wouldn't be like edgy, but it would be edgy in their way. You know how the left does edgy? And they don't even think it's edgy. That's the thing. They don't think it's offensive. The right knows that they're doing offensive jokes or whatever. If you go on Kiwi Farms or you go on 4chan or whatever it is, they know that it's offensive, and that's why they go on the sites, so they can like do whatever, troll, whatever. Or be racist. I mean, there's definitely real racism on there because it's a free speech site. I mean, that's the thing. Like, the left basically doesn't think it should be legal for someone to say racist things. But again, even if you block speech on every website, there's still going to be racist people. How are you going to stop that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, the way the left does edgy is the Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel way. Even though they really haven't gone as far as a lot of the other left people. Like a lot of the stuff with Charlie Kirk after he died, all the people celebrating and making jokes about like laughing, that's their edgy. That's them being edgy. So, I mean, which is better? Somebody saying naughty words and naughty racial words, or very old racial stereotypes about groups or whatever, like, not very clever. Look, if you really want to make fun of these people and make them feel bad, just say yeah, it's not clever because it's just like base level racial stuff. It's not like it's like clever, witty material. You can like criticize it. But if somebody's a troll and wanting to get a rise out of people, that's what they want. They want you to get upset. And I'm sure the left, whoever on the left posts like celebrating Kirk dying or whatever, like they do want the right to get upset. They didn't want to get fired, of course, but Gavin Newsom wants an investigation He wants an investigation into the text messages. It can create a hostile and discriminatory environment. I mean, he's kind of has a point because they're in part of, an official political group. It's really, like I said before, pretty stupid of them. But again, it just kept going because people, humans just kind of copy each other's behavior if you're in a group and something starts to happen, like certain jokes are made, people are just going to join in if they want to be in the in group. Chuck Schumer described the chat as revolting, and wanted Trump to condemn the comments. New York Governor Kathy Hochul called the exchanges
vile and called for consequences for those involved. We have to fucking get them out of here. Kick them out of the party. Take away their official roles. There needs to be consequences.
So, yeah, again, it's really stupid of them, and yeah, they shouldn't have their lives ruined. I agree with that, but like, it's just pretty stupid. I don't know if it's an app where it guarantees privacy, then they do have a point there. Like, okay, Telegram is reasonably safe for everyday conversations. So, you know what? They didn't stay anonymous. It says here how to stay anonymous on Telegram. Why did they use their official names? Like, how fucking stupid. It still ties your account to a phone number. I mean, come on, guys. This is the internet. This is, you guys are young. You should kind of, well, maybe because they're young, they're not used to privacy. So they're just, I don't know. Anyway, so, I wanted to, I guess I'll close with this because,
yeah,
I just want to talk about this real quick. So I learned of this thing called Haka. That this, like, a traditional Maori dance. I didn't even know what it was until like last year. I guess they did. I guess it's been happening in the New Zealand Parliament. And there was one like last year, and that's the first time I even heard of Haka, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So, the Haka happened again in the New Zealand Parliament. And I saw it on Twitter. It was sort of viral again, and that's how I saw it the first time. And I don't know why they did it here, but the last time I think it was like some agreement, and like the lady ripped up the agreement and started doing the stupid Haka thing. And I just have to say, like, I keep seeing comments defending, like, saying the Haka is actually cool, but they keep doing it the wrong way, or they're doing it when it shouldn't be done. I mean, maybe if you're in, like, literally in a tribal battle, it's at least more understandable, but like nobody's doing it for that now. It's like for sports games, it's for like meetings. I mean, it's really hard to watch for me. It's like cringy, and I'm sorry, but even if you think it's cool, like in the traditional way, I'm not on board with it. And it's probably because these people ruined it so much, to be fair. Yeah, so like this is their go-to move. They're like, okay, anytime we don't agree with the ruling, we're just going to do this. It's like the government shutdowns. It's like the filibuster thing. That's another thing that shouldn't be allowed in the government. Oh.
Achieve greatness. Just like the bellbird dared to ascend the tallest kahikatea, we can and we will. Korihi, korihi, ko. Iti rea rea.
No, not that. The guarantee was that would not be taking place. The House is suspended.
Oh
That
my
even the
God.
smallest of us can.
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, that's like a comedy sketch. That guy just like standing there.
No, not that. The guarantee was that would not be taking place.
He just gives up. I mean, you can tell they constantly do it because his reaction here.
No, not that. The
No,
guarantee was
stop.
that would not be taking
It's like it's like when kids keep acting up and you're like, all right, stop it, children.
The House is suspended.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't. It's completely ruined for me, and I don't think I would have liked it anyway. Who's scared of that? Like, are we supposed to? What is the point of doing that in the parliament? It was a little Haka at the end of her speech. A little. They completely shut down the whole fucking thing. It wasn't like even the singing was too much. It was like way too. It was like, okay, I get it's a tradition. Like what? That doesn't mean we have to keep. You know, I never understood that about traditions. Like, I get why you do them, but I'm also like, why should we have to do that? Why should we have to see that all the time? There should have been a rule that they made whenever they first came up with that. Like, okay, we can only use it if an invading force is coming in. If we're at war, maybe. God, that's funny, that guy. No, we agreed this wouldn't happen again. Yeah, they do it. Anytime they have a minor objection, they start doing that fucking thing, and the whole room goes. It's not even like one of them is doing it. How do these people feel for ruining that for their whole culture? For now, everyone hates it. It's now become like they're basically doing a TikTok challenge or something. It's like a, oh yeah, you're doing that viral thing. I saw that on TikTok before. Yeah, this is the one I saw like last year. I thought that guy was there again.
The gallery is to be ended and
Wait, I think that's the same guy.
the House is suspended until the ringing of the bells. The gallery is to be cleared.
Yeah, you can tell it's the same guy. House is suspended. Everything gets ruined now, though, you know? Like, yeah, I'm going to just keep doing this over and over and filming it and putting online. Can't do anything without, like, it's just done for the internet. Like, nothing is not done for the internet now. I feel like that's why they even did that. They're like, oh, that's going to be so cool. We're going to get a great clip out of this. What about the bill? Oh, whatever. We just, you know, we're going to go so viral. People are going to talk about us. We're going to go so fucking viral, dude.
We're gonna go so fucking viral. Dude, I do the Haka all the time. Let me see if somebody does it on YouTube. I do the Haka.
God, that guy. It's the same guy. He rolled his eyes. No, don't do that. Look, he rolled his eyes. Oh my God. Oh God. Make a like tradition that you do, because they do that. Just make a new one that's more annoying than that. Look, it's my tradition. Anyway, so hopefully the government comes back, guys. They do so much for us. 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 You know, just be thankful that the government keeps fighting for us. All the little people out there. It's, you know, it sucks. They're shut down because they pass so many bills. They really help us out all the time. It's not just a bunch of fighting and calling the other side bad. It's really meaningful stuff that they do all the time. Call your senator. They always say that. Call your senator, guys. Like what? They're just going to give, they're going to go, okay, you can leave a message or something. Like, call your senator. It's going to change everything. Anyway, get out there and call your senator. Call your senator. Call your senator. Call your senator.